Hello, Homegrown Yogis. Thank you for joining us for another Facebook Live class. Bear with me as this is a new thing for me, teaching to an electronic device, as I'm sure a lot of this is new to a lot of you. So I'm going to pretend that you're all here with me, and we're going to have just a really nice practice. So this is an all levels flow. As I always say, please work at your own pace. Do what works for you. This is your practice. I try to teach at kind of a mid-range so that way it is accessible to everyone. You can always do a little more if you're comfortable doing so. You can always ease up whenever you need to. So I hope that this offers some calm and some peace in these crazy times. And I'm just excited to be here and offering this. So we'll go ahead and get started just in a comfortable cross-legged seat, sitting up nice and tall. And just starting to quiet down, you can just let the arms rest, palms down or palms up. We'll just slowly start to breathe in and out, maybe close the eyes, inhaling and exhaling. Sit up as tall as you can, draw the navel center back into the spine, let your shoulders relax down, palms up or palms down, whatever's comfortable for you. If you're seeking more energy, maybe leaving them up and open. If you would like more grounding energy, maybe just leaving the palms down. Any mudra or hand position that you'd like, you're always welcome to take. And just take a few moments here at the beginning of your practice to quiet and settle. Let any busyness or thoughts swirling around in your mind start to quiet. And we'll just start our deep diaphragmatic breath, inhaling and filling up. Pausing at the top and then exhaling slowly, the same rate that you inhaled. So always matching your inhales and exhales. Whatever amount works for you. Some of you might be at a 5-count breath or a little more or a little less. Just start to come into this space, whatever that space is for you. Feel free to have anything nearby that you need, whether it's a block, any other prop, or your water. Take those items whenever you need it as you move through your practice. And if you're joining us and not as familiar with yoga, welcome. We're happy to have you here and hope to see you all in person sometime soon. So know that your practice is about no competition with yourself, with others. There's no expectations, no judgments. Allow yourself to be exactly where you need to be at all times. So we'll just spend another little bit of time here quieting ourselves, preparing for our practice. Inhaling and exhaling. You'll notice we're not using any music for these Facebook Live classes. If there's any soft music you want in the background for you, feel free to add it. Just spend another few moments here turning your attention inward, checking in with your body, checking in with your breath, lengthening it and deepening it. And clearing your mind, allowing this next hour to just be right here and nowhere else. Which I know at home sometimes can be hard. There are always distractions. Just a few more breaths here. If there's any intention or dedication you'd like to set for yourself at this time, feel free to do so. Or even if there's just some word or phrase you want to keep with you, or an offering out to someone else or to the world, you're welcome to do so. So we'll take a little pranayama or breath exercise next. So it's an alternate nostril breath, which some of you might be familiar with, and if you're not, no worries. You can just keep with your seated deep diaphragmatic breathing. If you would like to join along, taking whatever your dominant hand is, in that case my right, your first two fingers are going to come down and you're going to face the palm towards you. You're using your thumb and your ring finger. And you're going to just breathe in through the right side. And then close that side and exhale out the left. Inhaling left, closing, and then exhale right. Inhale right, close, and then exhale left. Inhale left, close, exhale. Keep going, inhaling, closing off, exhaling out the other side. And if you get confused, no worries, just stop and restart. Inhaling out one side, exhaling the other. Inhale again, exhaling out. So as you continue, I'm just going to speak a little bit about this type of breath. It gives us sort of something to do while we're breathing, and it also maybe helps us to focus on our breath if that's hard for a lot of us, which it can be. And also starts to balance the right and left sides of the brain. So just oxygenating one side at a time. Inhaling in through one side, exhaling out. And you're always welcome to stop, clear the nasal passages anytime you'd like. Really, the longer that you do this breath, the better it can be. So there's no time limit. If you have a few minutes, you can take this breath. If you have 10 minutes, you can take this breath. Just a simple alternate nostril breathing. So we'll do a few more rounds just to introduce it to those of you that might be new to it, or if you've done it before, maybe you just haven't done it in a little while. So keep inhaling and exhaling. Maybe you close the eyes for another few rounds. Maybe your breath becomes a little more audible, a bit of a hum at the back of the throat. And then whenever you're ready, releasing the hand and just letting the hands just come back down to rest wherever comfortable. And then start to breathe in and out through both sides evenly. And maybe that's helped to calm and quiet things a little bit further, or maybe it's helped to clear some congestion that might have been there at the beginning. And then when you're ready, we're going to just slowly start to reach the arms up overhead, lengthening through the sides of the body. Maybe flutter the eyes open if they're closed, or leave them closed if you'd like. And then exhale and draw the hands to Anjali Mudra or heart center. And just pause for a moment. Once more, as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And then exhale the hands to heart center. Last time, as you inhale, rise, draw the belly in, find some strength from your center to balance. And then exhale and draw the hands to heart center. Pausing, maybe call to mind that intention or dedication that you set. And then this time, as you're ready, take another inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. And then just a gentle side bend to the right. So the right hand comes down, the left arm up and over. Keep the left sitting bone rooted to the mat as you reach, maybe gazing underneath the left arm. Lengthen through the side body. Light touch on that right hand, so you're not putting a ton of weight into the right arm. It's just there to stabilize. Inhaling and exhaling, and then when you're ready, slowly rise. Take the right arm back up overhead. Take another inhale to lengthen through the side body, opening up through the side ribs, and then when you're ready, left hand comes down, right arm up and over. Reach through the right side body. Reaching out to maybe the side wall with the right hand. Again, light with the left arm, so you're not using it too much, just as a guide. Inhaling, exhaling, so you can get a little longer. And then as you're ready, inhale, come up once more. Inhale, reach long. And then exhale, just once more. Right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Keep the left sitting bone rooted down. Maybe turn the heart center up and overhead, just a tiny bit more. And your next inhale, float the arms back up. And then exhale, last time, left hand down, right arm up and over. Side body is maybe tight for some of us, not a direction we move in very often. Inhaling and exhaling, and then inhale and rise. Both arms reach up overhead, and then we're going to just take a gentle twist to the right. So when you're ready, right arm comes behind, left hand comes to the right knee. Take an inhale to lengthen, get a little longer, and then when you're ready, soft belly as you twist to the right. Inhaling, growing longer, sitting up a little taller, and exhaling, twisting to the right. And when you're ready, slowly start to release back through center, and then inhale, reach the arms back overhead. When you're ready, exhale, start to twist to the left. Right hand comes to the left knee, left arm behind you. Again, take another inhale to grow a little taller, and then exhale and twist to the left. Gazing back behind you. Even rooted down through your sitting bones. Still sit up nice and tall with your inhale, and then exhale, twist. One more breath in, one more breath out. And slowly release, coming back to center once more. Just reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, release them, hands through heart center, and just turn to come onto all fours. And we'll slowly start to just take the knees hip distance, shoulders over your wrists, hands nice and active. And start to move through some cat and cow, gentle movements, exhaling as you round the spine, arch nice and high in the back. Press all the air out, let the head drop. Maybe close the eyes as you inhale, melt the heart center, tail up, maybe gaze up, shoulders back to cow, soft elbows, just move on your breath. Exhale, round and arch all the way up. And then inhale and release through heart center, melts, head up and tail up. Just move through a few more at your own pace. Slowly just moving through, following your breath at all times, inhaling and exhaling. Sometimes we're linking breath and movement, sometimes we're holding poses and letting the breath continue. And breath is our most important part of our practice. So if you've ever lost track of it and just need to come down or rest or reset, you're always welcome. And back through center, maybe shift the hips right or left, and release a little bit. I'm going to take the knees wide, take the toes to touch and press back to an easy child's pose, Balasana. Arms can come out ahead of you or alongside. Maybe a little bend in the elbows if you wish to keep them in front of you. Let the chest, the belly, and the forehead rest down to the mat. It's a good resting pose or reset. Anytime you need to come back to it, feel free to do so. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready, just slowly make your way up back to all fours, narrowing your knees, and then reach your right leg long behind you. Ball of the foot stays on the mat. Draw the shoulders back, draw the belly in and up. So start to stabilize through your core. Press the right heel down like it's going to touch the mat, even though it will not. And just reach through the back of the right leg, try to get some length there. Inhaling and exhaling. And then swing the right leg behind the left and gaze towards the foot as it maybe comes off of your mat. Press through the right side body. And then gently come back through center. Once more, right foot comes to the mat. Press the right heel back and down. Draw the belly in and up. Draw your shoulders back. Hands are active. Soft elbows. And then exhale, right knee comes to the mat. Shift, adjust, anything you need. When you're ready, left leg extends behind you, ball of your foot to start. And maybe it's a little bit tight on one side than the other. We're not necessarily perfectly balanced. That's what we're working towards. So take it as you need to, adjust whenever it is needed. Press through that left heel as you reach, draw the belly in and up. And then when you're ready, the left leg's going to come behind the right and gaze towards that foot. Press into the left hand, reach through your left side body as you gaze towards it. Again, reaching through the side of the body a little bit more. And then slowly release, coming back. This time, ball of your foot and press the left heel closer to the mat. It won't get there. That's the direction we're headed. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly release, let the left knee come down, and then as you're ready, turn the toes and lift the knees. Press yourself up and back into your first downward facing dog. Feet hip distance, feel free to pedal out, bending one knee, one heel sinks at a time. And just slowly release into your first downward facing dog. Try to put a little more weight into the lower part of your body, not putting all the weight into your wrists or your arms. Just finding that big upside down V shape on your mat, sending your heels towards the mat as much as you can, and maybe even lighten up the toes, pressing through the back of the legs. Inhaling and exhaling. Just take a few rounds of breath here. And whenever you're ready, inhale. Rise on your toes and take a big bend in the right knee as your left heel sinks. And we'll just pause for a couple breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe that left heel touches the mat. Inhale, rise again. Left knee bends, right heel sinks. Inhale. Inhaling and exhaling. And then once again, just rise, stretch through the feet. Maybe your seat goes a little bit higher. And then exhale, heels down to the mat. And this time, right leg's gonna float up and out as far as it works for you to come into your first three-legged dog. Feel free to roll out the ankle. Maybe you can bend the knee. Just don't go too far this first round here. Take your time, inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly release your right leg, walking it out. So when you're ready, your left leg's gonna float up and back into that same three-legged dog, reaching, maybe rolling out the ankle, flexing the foot or bending the knee. Just not putting all the weight into the right side. So still staying stable through both hands. Press the right heel down to the mat. Inhale, left leg reaches long, and exhale it down. Walk it out. Just one more round of breath in your downward facing dog. And then rise high on the toes, bend your knees, and just walk, step your way to the top of the mat. Let the feet be hip distance, the knees are soft, and let the arms just hang heavy. Hands can come to either elbow as another alternative. Soft knees, let your upper body hang heavy over your lower body. And your nice easy forward fold or ragdoll. Whatever suits you, maybe shaking the head, yes or no, up and down or side to side. Whatever feels good, always being mindful of your neck. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, release the arms if you've taken the hands to either elbow, bend the knees, start to lift the gaze, and really root down into the legs. Big bend in your knees to inhale and rise all the way up. Reaching tall, then exhale the hands through heart center, and just pause in your Tadasana, your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Just take a few breaths here to get yourself rooted and grounded. Press through the four corners of your feet. Your legs are active. Your belly is drawing in. Nice and strong. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders relaxing down. So we're going to move through a few rounds of our sun salutations before we get into more standing postures. Inhaling and exhaling. So just a nice and easy start on Namaskar. Inhale and reach up. Maybe gaze up or close the eyes. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold all the way down. Inhaling, halfway lift, fingertips touch your hands to shins. And then exhale and fold, plant your hands and step back to your high plank or kneeling plank. Exhale, slowly lower down, bend of your elbows, hugging them into the sides, tops of the feet press. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling back, knees, toes turn, downward facing dog. So there's always options there at the bottom part of the salutation. So go with what works for you or some combination as you move along through these. Inhale, rise on your toes, bend your knees, look to where you're landing. Big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise, reach tall. Exhale, bring it back to heart center. And then inhale and sweep up. Exhale, hip hinge forward, swan diving our hands through heart center, whatever suits you. Inhale, lengthen, draw the heart up, and then exhale and fold, plant the hands, step back, high plank or kneeling. If you're in that high plank, tiny shift forward, exhale, lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Rise, up dog. Exhale, all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise on your toes, bend your knees, strong belly, all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Press down and rise, reach tall. Bring it back to heart center. Just keep moving with your breath. Inhale and sweep big. And then exhale and fold deep. Halfway lift when you're ready. Exhale, fold, place the hands, step back, finding your kneeling plank or high plank. There's no hurry to get down towards the mat. Inhale, rise, cobra or upward facing dog, and up dog, the thighs lift off the mat. Exhale, roll all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale to rise, bend your knees, walk, step or foot, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise, reach tall. Exhale the hands through heart center. Just two more Sundays. Inhale and sweep up. And then exhale and fold forward all the way down. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step back. Slowly lower with control. Inhale and rise, open up. Watching strength from the front body to protect the back body. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Soft knees as you use the lower body strength to rise all the way up. Bring it back through heart center. One more Sunday. And we move on. Inhale up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift. Lengthen, long legs. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back. Take your time, slowly lower. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, go back. This time we're gonna stay in our downward facing dog, 5 rounds of breath. So please feel free to adjust, take any little movement, any water, anything you need. Inhaling and exhaling is 1. And 2. 3, 4, and 5. When you're ready, rise on your toes, bend your knees, walk, step your feet up. This time toes to touch. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold, press down and sweep up, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale this time, sit low, Utkatasana. Feet are in Samasthiti, so just a narrower version of your mountain pose. Sit way back down. Weight is in your heels, toes are light, you should be able to see them. If you cannot, take the knees back and sit a little lower. Arms out ahead of you, hands to heart center, whatever variation works for you. Moving into 1, Sun B, press down and rise, reach up. And then exhale the hands to heart center, or swan diving all the way down, halfway lift to lengthen. And then exhale to fold, plant your hands and step back. High to low, knees are always an option. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale all the way back. This time right leg reaches up and back. Pause in your 3-legged dog, but keep the hip from opening. As you're ready, draw forward, right knee hugs in, pause, lift a little higher, and then place that right foot between the hands. Left foot spins down as you press down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Press into the outer edge of your left foot behind you. Hips are turning to the top of the mat. Inhaling and exhaling, hands to heart center. Place them down, ball of your left foot. Lift and send your right leg back. If you want to keep it lifted, go for it. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, rise. And exhale back. You can always go right to dog as well. Left leg reaches out and behind you. Slowly with control, left knee bends, big step through left foot, right foot turns. Root down to rise up, Warrior 1, other side. Inhaling and exhaling. Take your time. Inhale and then exhale, hands to heart center. Place them down, ball of your right foot. Lift and send your left leg back. Again, you can keep it lifted or come down. Knees are always an option as well. Slowly lower, elbows in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back, knees, toes turn, all the way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rise. Bend your knees, walk, step your way up. Toes to touch halfway. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise, reach tall. Exhale and sit low. So we're just gonna add on to that same movement. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale to fold, plant your hands and step back so you know where we're going. I'm just gonna add on one thing. Slowly lower. Inhale up. And exhale, go back. Right leg rises this time. Big step through, land with lightness. Right foot, left foot turns. Come up for your Warrior 1. 3 rounds of breath. If you need to adjust the feet, if you feel like you're really rolling in on your arch, maybe turn the left toes in a little bit. Press through the outer side of your left foot. Maybe lunge a little deeper. Right hip drawing back, left arm or left hip coming forward, reaching the arms overhead. 1 more round of breath. And then when you're ready, ball of your left foot, so preparing for warrior three. So our balancing warrior. Reaching the arms overhead if you would like. Other options can be hands to heart center or airplane arms, which might feel a little more accessible, or even just hands to hips. So your choice, your practice, especially at home, you can do whatever suits you. Inhaling and exhaling. As you're ready, fix your gaze and move slowly. No one balances well when you move fast. Slowly rise onto your right leg and start to fold as if you were folding on a table in front of you. Left toes and left hip face down as you gaze down. Inhaling and exhaling. Find that balance. Maybe reach a little longer. And when you're ready, slowly bend in that right knee. Set the ball of your left foot down. Inhale up, and then exhale and just come through center. Let the hands land right leg back. Slowly coming through that lower part of your salutation, where you're always welcome to go right to dog. We all meet there. Pause in your downward facing dog, take a few breaths. Child's pose is always there when you need it as well. Even if I don't cue it, you're welcome to go there. As you're ready, left leg reaches up and back. Big step through, land with lightness. Again, set it up. Right foot turns, root down to rise up. Use all that strength to stabilize you. Again, adjust the feet. Maybe right toes need to turn in a little bit. Lunge a little deeper, left knee going towards the small toes. Hips turning to the top. Draw the belly in so you're finding strength from your center, protecting your low back. Inhaling and exhaling. Just 2 more rounds of breath. And then as you're ready, we're preparing, same thing, ball of your right foot this time. Step it in as you need to. Arms can stay where they are, hands to heart center, or maybe go back in airplane this time. So if you've been there before, see what you want on this side. Maybe start to just fly and fold in half. Right leg rising, right toes, right hip face your mat. It's not a half moon. Different hip rotation. Gaze down. Inhaling and exhaling. Find your steadiness, find your drishti, your gaze. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend in that left knee. Set the right foot down and land it with lightness and ease. And then exhale the hands through heart center, placing them down. Left leg goes back. Slowly lower. Inhaling up. And exhaling back. Again, 5 rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. Take what you need. Maybe it's a child's pose. Maybe drink water. Take your moment here wherever you need to be. Your practice. One more round of breath. And as you're ready, slowly make your way up to your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the feet if you'd like. And then when you're ready, start to draw forward to your high plank. So this might be a kneeling plank as well. Still a lot of strength and energy needed, whether the knees are down or not. If you're in high plank, one long line of energy from the crown all the way down the body up through the heels. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to move to side plank. When you're ready, right hand centers the mat, either right knee down for modified, or outside the edge of the right foot, left leg stacks, left arm can float overhead. Inhaling and exhaling, press the mat away with your right hand, reach to the sky with your left. Legs are stacking on top of one another as if you're trying to press your way to stand again. Inhaling and exhale, slowly let the left hand come down. You can stay in your high plank or just go right back to dog. Walk it out for a moment. Take what you need. Always have another side to try. As you're ready, make your way back to your high plank. And again, steady yourself, take a few breaths. There's no hurry. And then when you're ready, your left hand centers, either outside edge of your left foot, right leg stacks, or left knee can come down and your right leg reaches. Again, you're pressing your mat away with your left hand, and you're reaching to the sky with your right. Taking your time, inhaling and exhaling. And slowly release as you're ready. If the left knee is down, lift and come off of it, never turning. All the way back, downward facing, or you can come back through high plank and take another little vinyasa there at the bottom. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. When you're ready, your right leg's gonna come up and back. So here's your chance to take your three-legged dog a little further than you did in the beginning. So maybe reaching just a little bit higher, maybe starting to peel open a little bit more, bending the right knee and drawing up and open. Inhaling and exhaling. If you would like, you're welcome to take the right leg behind you, turning on the ball of your left foot. Come across and the right ball of the foot lands. Left leg goes long like you're moving into that side plank again. Right arm reaches up, so we're not flipping our dog all the way over. We're just coming to this outstretched heart pose as it translates. Maybe reach the right arm a little longer and press the mat away with your left hand a little bit further to lift up. It's almost like you take your kickstand behind you in your side plank in this pose. And then slowly start to flip it back over, landing in your three-legged dog. And then exhale. Right foot comes down, walk it out. Maybe just come down for a brief child's pose. Whatever you need. And then making your way back to your dog. Left leg reaches up and back. Again, take what you would like here for your bigger three-legged dog. It might not be a lot than where you were before. It might be just bending that knee, peeling open a little further. And then if you would like, as an option, you're turning on the ball of your right foot and you're gonna set that left ball of the foot behind you, reaching your left arm up and maybe alongside. Start to peel open a little further. Right hand presses the mat away. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen through the side body and then slowly start to flip it back over. If you've gone around, reach through the left leg and then exhale it down. We're gonna all come to the knees, full child's pose. Just let the arms come behind you. Bow over the legs. Maybe roll out your wrists since we've been on them a little bit. Take your time. You can just make fists and roll them around. Give them a moment to rest as well. Sometimes we forget about those little fine spots in the body that do a lot of work. Inhaling and exhaling. As you're ready, just start to crawl the arms out and then slowly come forward onto the knees. Exhaling, slowly coming down onto the belly. I'm taking the hands wide, so just the fingertips touching. Draw the belly in and up. So we're just going to take 3 gentle wide cobras here. When you're ready, you don't have to lift the gaze high. Just inhale and peel up, broaden through the chest. Only coming up as high as the low back allows. Exhale, slowly release down. Just 2 more. Inhale and peel up, light touch in the hands. Exhale all the way down. Once more as you inhale, rise, peel up. And then exhale all the way down. Hands come to your chest, to the mat at your chest level. And then bend the knees, turn the toes, and then press all the way back, downward facing dog. This time rise on the toes, bend your knees, and then just come about 2/3 of the way up on your mat. Toes go out, and we sit low in our Malasana squats. So your hands can be a number of places here. If it's comfortable to take them hands to heart center and let your elbows guide the knees open, maybe that works. Maybe you want to just bow the head and take a moment to breathe and settle in here. If your heels are down, let your toes be light. And if they're not, no worries at all. You might still be on the ball of the feet. The other option too, if you have a block, even a book, pillow, whatever, if you want to take it behind you and have a little seat, maybe you can stay there a little bit longer. Inhale relax your jaw if you're holding any tightness or tension there. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready, start to open the eyes and lift the gaze. If you can, not letting your hands touch the mat. Really press into the feet and rise all the way up through the legs. Just toe heel the feet together a little bit. And take another great big inhale and reach up, maybe tiny little back print at the top. And then exhale and just let it all come down. So just take one little sunny here to rinse it all out. Halfway lift to lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Place your hands, whatever variation you like here. High to low, inhaling, broadening and opening up. And then exhaling all the way back, downward facing dog. This time when you're ready, you're gonna step your right foot all the way through and turn your toes to the long side of your mat coming into your Skandasana. So that can be very low, all the way down here. With the foot fully on the mat, your left leg long, left toes to the sky. If that's too much, or you may just be more on the ball of the foot and maybe your right heel doesn't come down, and that's okay too. If this is very intense and just not somewhere you can go at this moment, you can take Ardha Skandasana, half Skandasana, so toes face the long side of your mat, and maybe you're just here with the help of the hands or with your block. Inhaling and exhaling, so be wherever you need to be. If you're all the way low, try to resist the urge to kind of dump into that right side. Maybe actively lift a little bit more. If you're using the hands or the block, maybe just lighten the touch there. Or maybe take the hands to heart center. Inhaling and exhaling. So not that we can't rest, but try to see how much we're sort of relaxing maybe too much into certain joints and letting them have to bear the weight. Inhaling and exhaling. Just pausing one more round of breath. And then when you're ready, we're gonna just travel across the mat, coming into a wider Malasana. So you can step your feet in a little bit from where you were before, facing still the long side of your mat. Inhaling and exhaling, just starting to get into our hips a little bit more now as we're warm. And again, if you're feeling like you're really kind of falling into this, try to see if you can harness some of that strength in your lower bandhas, your abdominal muscles, and lift up a little bit more. Inhaling and exhaling. And then when you're ready, we're just traveling to the other side. So left knee bends, right leg goes long. And again, same variations apply. So wherever you need to be. Maybe hands come down, maybe using the block. Maybe you're still on the ball, the left foot. So wherever you'd like. It's the beauty of yoga is we can all be successful wherever we need to be, but yet still do the same practice. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe lighten up or lift up a little more if you feel like you're feeling really heavy into that left side. See where you can soften. And then as you're ready, you're just going to travel across the mat once more. And then slowly turn towards the right foot, placing your hands and step back. Downward facing dog. Once again, just going to walk it out. Maybe a child's pose wherever you need it. And then when you're ready, extend your right leg long behind you, bend the right knee, and come through to your half pigeon. Right knee's going to come towards the right side of your mat, your right hand. Your left leg's going to go long behind you. There are other variations of your pigeon as well, seated, reclining, or supine. So if there's another variation that works better for you, by all means take it. If you would like a block or anything under your right side, feel free to add it. You can always take this a little further or a little bit closer to you, meaning this right foot can kind of wiggle out. Once you find where you'd like to be, inhale and exhale, just slowly walking your way down to wherever you can rest the head. So maybe it's to the hands, to the forearms, maybe your forehead comes all the way down to the mat, or maybe just adding a block and letting that rest. So we'll be here for a little bit, so try to see where you can find some sense of ease and not feel like you're holding anything tightly. If the forehead's all the way down, maybe let the arms just come alongside you,
like in child's pose. Inhaling and exhaling, taking your time. If thoughts or busyness start to creep into the mind, just exhale them away. You're still staying with that deep inhale and exhale that we've carried through the entire practice. Even as we slow things down or stay in poses longer, our breath still stays steady. Just another few rounds of breath, that's all. Whenever you're ready to come out, do so slowly, gently walking your way up and pressing into the hands, turning the back toes, lifting yourself up and out. So counterposing in whatever way suits you. If you were reclining or seated, just walk it out and down dog, whatever suits you. Maybe another three-legged dog on that side just to lengthen. Really listen to your body. A lot of our yoga practice is tuning in and listening to what we need, not so much what I'm telling you. I am just the guide. Inhale, reach that left leg back and long behind you, and then left knee bends as you come forward. Again, land intentionally, right leg goes long, moving to the other side. And take your moment to get yourself steady, add any props, adjust the foot, square up to the top of the mat, inhaling and exhaling. And then when you're ready, slowly start to walk your way down to wherever's comfortable, keeping in mind it might not be exactly the same on this side. Each side might be different. You might need to be in a slightly different place. Just taking your time to slowly release down, resting the head if you can. See where you feel like you're tightening or gripping. And try to see how you can use your breath to soften and ease up. Just staying another few rounds of breath, that's all. As you're ready to rise, do so slowly, pressing into the hands, lifting the gaze. Coming on up, turning the back toes, lifting yourself up and out. And again, last time through downward facing dog or whatever counter pose works best for you. Take it. And then as you're ready, we're just going to come down to a seat on the mat. Let both legs come long in front of you. Just kind of find your sitting bones again. Sit nice and tall. Let the legs go long. Maybe roll out your ankles, whatever little movement there you'd like. And then bend your right knee. Take the right foot, the left inner thigh, keeping your left leg long ahead of you. So head to knee pose or Janu Sirsasana. When you're ready, you're inhaling and reaching up overhead. And notice we're going to turn slightly to the left so that we're folding over that left leg. When you're ready, you're reaching almost past your foot. And reach as long as you can with your inhale. And then as you're ready, exhale and just fold and round over the left leg. Holding on wherever you'd like. This is a good place also for a strap. You can even use your block beyond your foot, maybe holding on up by the ankle, or even a towel, whatever you have, wherever you need to be. Everyone will look different and feel different, and that's okay. Let your left knee be soft, so we're not locking out that joint. When you're ready, take another inhale, maybe reach a little longer, and then exhale and come over that leg. As you're ready, your inhale floats you back up, and then just let your right leg come back out, shake the legs out, and then left foot comes into the right inner thigh, your right leg stays long. And again, take a moment to sit up nice and tall, find your sitting bones again. Let the left knee just fall down towards the mat. And take another inhale with the arms rising, that slight rotation towards the right leg before you exhale, hip hinging forward. And reach out as long as you can with your inhale before exhaling and rounding forward. Holding on wherever works for you. If you want a little more side body stretch, maybe that left hand can kind of wrap a little further around the foot or ankle. Inhaling and exhaling, take your time. And then slowly start to rise back up. Let your left leg come long ahead of you. And then again, just reaching both legs nice and long. Feel free to have your block handy as we start to come down onto the mat. Take another big inhale as you reach up overhead. And then when you're ready, you're gonna take the hands to heart center. Maybe start to close the eyes, and you're gonna come down nice and slow. So as slowly as you can, rolling your way down to the mat. Keep your legs nice and active. No hurry to get there. Inhaling and exhaling, fluid breath. As you slowly start to come down, maybe the elbows start to help you come all the way down. And once you arrive, just take a little sigh. You wiggle things out a little bit. Let some heat go, exhaling out of the mouth. And then when you're ready, hug the knees in, take a little rock and roll side to side or front to back. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to take our supine Gomukhasana, just the leg portion of our cow face pose. So when you're ready, you're crossing your right leg over the left, and you're gonna have the feet come out to the side, so you're reaching towards them, maybe to the outside edges of the feet. And letting your legs be just like if we were in our cow face pose, sitting upright. And just release down, so pressing your tailbone down to the mat. So you don't want to feel like you're pulling yourself up and back. You're almost pressing your feet into your hands and pressing your right leg away from you. Just like if you were doing the same posture seated. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, you can reach wherever suits you. It might be just the feet or the heels, ankles. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, slowly start to uncross. Again, you can roll out the ankles, come back to center, maybe just let the knees go forward and back. And then making your way to the other side as you're ready, left leg over the right. And again, one side might be a lot different than the other. Often more flexible on one side than the other. Again, reaching towards the outside edges of the feet. Try to line up knee over knee, just like you would if you were seated in this pose. But press that top leg away from you and let your tailbone still be rooted to the mat, so you're not pulling yourself up and back. Inhaling and exhaling, taking your time. You can play with it a little bit, maybe push into the hands a little bit more with the feet. See where it works for you. It'll be different for everyone. And then just slowly start to uncross as you're ready. Again, come back through center. And then let the knees fall all the way over to the right in a supine twist. So both knees can bend. Lift your right shoulder, replant the shoulder blades down to the mat. Left arm just reaches out to the side. Your gaze can go out towards that left arm as well, or just keep it overhead, whatever's comfortable for your neck. Maybe the right hand guides the top leg across you a little bit further in this twist. Soft belly, just take your time. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly make your way through center. Release, rock a little bit. Soft belly. Whenever you're ready, the knees are going to go to the left. And your right arm reaches out, palm up. Lift the left shoulder blade, replant them down to the mat. And the top leg is going to draw over. Gaze wherever's comfortable for you, or maybe no gaze at all. Maybe just close the eyes. Left hand can guide the top leg across a little further. Just take another couple rounds of breath. When you're ready to slowly come back through center, and find wherever you need to be to adjust, wiggle anything out, and then slowly just let the feet land on the mat. So we're going to move into our bridge pose. We'll come up into it first just on its own, and then once with your block, if you have one. And if you do not, no worries at all. It's not a must do, just an option. So take your feet hip distance, your knees are not going to splay open, your arms are alongside you, palms pressing down. When you're ready, really stabilize through your feet to press into the mat. Use your strength in your legs to lift the hips up to knee height. Again, breath just easy, flowing in and out, belly rising and falling. You can engage the glutes, stabilizing the hips. Let there be space between your chest and chin, and lengthen your neck. If you want to take it a little further, one shoulder comes under and then the other. Clasp with the hands. Arms stay long on your mat. Maybe press up a little bit higher, but pretend you're holding a block between your knees, so don't let the knees start to splay open. You can always walk the feet back a little bit further if that helps to lift up. Again, no issue or discomfort in your lower spine or in your neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Just another couple rounds of breath. You can always come out sooner if you need, your choice. Whenever you're ready, you're untucking the shoulders if you've tucked them, and then slowly rolling your way down onto the mat. And release. Windshield wiper the knees, maybe right and left. Take your time. And then when you're ready, we're going to come up once again. And this time, if you would like, you're going to add your block beneath you at whatever level suits you. So it might be flat, midway up, or even all the way up to level 3 if you've done this before. When you're ready, you're pressing right back up into your bridge and then taking the block across your sacrum, your tailbone, not in your spine. So you should feel comfortable to sit down on it and let it help you. Again, you can tuck the shoulders a little bit. Hands may or may not clasp beyond the block, or maybe just let the palms come down. So same thing. In our bridge, just using the block to support us. Maybe we can stay a little bit longer, more comfortably on your block, supporting you. Take your time. And again, still let your legs be active. They might not be quite as active as before, but not letting them just sort of flop out. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're ready, we're going to start to take the legs overhead. Either you're staying on your block if you've added it, or if you've added it but want to lower it a level to do so, to take your legs overhead, feel free to do so. So you're still setting the hips down onto the block, or if the block's not involved, just let the hips come to the mat. And then you're slowly just take one leg overhead at a time. And again, if you might need to adjust a little bit on your block to feel comfortable, again, you can take the shoulders underneath as much or as little as you like. We're just taking sort of legs up the wall, but in the center of the room. And with the help of the block, lifting us up a little bit more towards a half shoulder stand type of posture. Inhaling and exhaling, letting the blood flow in the opposite direction. Feel free to move the toes, maybe roll out your ankles. Let your legs and feet just have a break from carrying you around. This is a great pose to do even just by itself at the end of the day or before bed. You can easily do this anywhere at home. Inhaling and exhaling. Just staying another few rounds of breath. Again, you're always welcome to do this for longer. The benefits are many. Whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly start to take one leg down at a time. One foot comes to the mat and then the other. As you are ready, you're lifting up off of that block. If you've added it, just sliding it out of the way, setting yourself down, and then let the soles of the feet come together. Let the knees just fall open in your Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining bound angle. Arms can just come out to the sides, or maybe it's comfortable to reach them up overhead and take another long stretch through the side body. Maybe just draw the arms to cactus out at your sides, palms up, letting the shoulders open. Inhaling and exhaling. If you are comfortable right where you are and don't want to move again, you are welcome to stay. We're just going to take one last shape before we find our Shavasana, but if you would like to stay here, feel free to do so. Whenever you're ready, if you're following along with me, you're welcome to take the knees back into the center and slowly just find your dead bug or happy baby pose. Hands can come to the sides of the feet or peace fingers around your big toes. And again, this is just like that squat we did earlier, but upside down. Let your tailbone stay rooted down to the mat. As you bend your elbows, the knees bend. And you can stay here or start to move it right and left. Maybe start to extend one leg or the other into more of that happy baby type movement. Inhaling and exhaling. If you need any last stretch or movement, feel free to take it. And then whenever you're ready, just start to make your way all the way down to corpse pose, Shavasana. Final relaxation, letting everything feel heavy, arms and legs just opening up. Maybe take another inhale, exhale out of the mouth. Let all the work go, let all the heat go. If you want to add any prop or anything under the knees, blanket, eye covering, or layer, you're welcome to do so. Wherever you are, just find stillness, symmetry in the body, and allow yourself to be right here and nowhere else for just a few more moments. Savoring this little oasis you've created for yourself on your mat. Inhaling and exhaling, taking your time.
Slowly start to bring a little movement back to the body, coming back into the space from wherever you've drifted. To experience peace doesn't mean that your life is always blissful. It means that you are capable of tapping into a blissful state of mind amidst the normal chaos of a hectic life. As you're ready to come back up, gently start to bend the knees into the body, rolling off to one side, pausing for a moment before lifting yourself back up, coming full circle from where we began. Inviting your hands to heart center and gratitude to yourself for making the time this evening. And the light in me truly honors the light in each one of you as we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice. This will be available for you to do later. We also post them to our YouTube channel, so feel free to check it out there whenever you can. Thanks, everybody.